Well, good morning, 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 my friends. What is up? It's your friend and pal Seth. My pronouns are he and they. I want to welcome you. Welcome you into your morning inspiration video for the day. If we're keeping track of the number, and we are, it is day number 74 of our morning inspiration videos. Yes. Okay. So, welcome into your day number 74 morning inspiration video. All right. I hope that you're doing well, that you're making it the most fantastic day ever today. And if you find that you're needing just a little bit of an extra boost of some extra added motivation, I hope that this video serves to do that for you today. Helps you to feel just a little bit better. All right. So, without further ado, let us get into it. All right. So, at the time of this recording today, it is Sunday. I call it Sensational Sundays, honestly. What I kind of also had done last Sunday was inside of our morning inspiration video. What I want to do is give you a little bit of a preview into what our week is going to look like inside of the community of practice that I belong to. Okay, when I do these morning inspiration videos during the week, I'm more kind of talking about what we're doing inside of our community of practice and everything. So for today, what I want to do is just give you a little bit of a glimpse into what we're going to be talking about and what we're going to be discussing about this week. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm calling this the New Week Preview, NWP. I'm calling this our New Week Preview. All right. So one of the first things we're going to have, of course, we're keeping up with the daily affirmations. We had pretty much had these daily affirmations inside of our program last week, and we're continuing that, it looks like, this week as well. So again, we're going to have daily affirmation cards and everything, in the videos for this week will include those daily affirmations as well. All right, and how many of them we have in that specific program for that day. So we're continuing with the daily affirmations, which honestly I'm really excited about because I love a good daily affirmation. Okay, so there we go. So when it comes to program material and recovery topics and everything we're going to be talking about, one of the things we're going to be talking about is this concept of invalidated trauma. Now, I'm going to think, and especially like for me, I hold a lot of trauma, in my past and everything. And there may be some of you that actually hold trauma in your past, or maybe trauma that you're going through right now, or like really, really intense emotions and everything. And I'm just going to say this. For me, one of the biggest things that was a real detriment to me inside of my health and wellness journey was going through trauma and going through things. Even if I was going through something like a panic attack, or when I was feeling really depressed, and I would be able to, and I would actually talk to somebody about it, and pretty much their reaction was either just get over it, you're not feeling that way, that's it's stupid to feel that way, don't think that way, all of that. And it's like, well, man, I wish I'd have thought of that, especially when I get when I get if I'm feeling depressed and someone says, oh, just don't feel that way, just be happy. It's like, wow, what a concept. So this concept of feeling very not validated or invalidated from others can be very, very detrimental, to us. So one of the things we're going to be talking about is this concept of invalidated trauma, what that looks like. And I think how we can start to validate ourselves. We may not get, validation from others, and that's their prerogative, and everything. That's their prerogative. But finding ways to kind of validate ourselves is really, really important. Okay, so that's one of the things we're really going to be looking at this week. Another thing we're going to be looking at is increasing your self-worth, and also this concept of soul versus ego. Now, I had read a quote, and I think I had added it into the morning motivation videos for last week, about how if you start with self, like self-worth, self-esteem, self-reliance, self-love, all of that, it all starts with self. So being aware that all of this starts with how we feel about ourselves and everything, and again, not trying to get validation or get approval or anything from others on the outside, it's really important. So we're going to be looking at ways to really kind of increase our own self-worth and everything, because I think that's something that's really, really powerful, I think, for all of us. And for, and then when you have, again, the soul versus ego and everything, a lot of thoughts that we have and a lot of opinions and everything come from a soul place inside of us. But then there are also, thoughts and everything that we may have that come from more of an ego place. So that's another thing that we're going to be looking at this week. This whole concept of soul versus ego as well. We're also going to be looking at this concept of shifting. Now, when I say shifting, I'm not talking about like a Transformers kind of thing or like a shapeshifter. Can you tell I watch a lot of sci-fi? And also like DC and Marvel and everything? Yeah, well, it's not necessarily that, okay? But what we're talking about in this context is the concept of shifting, but shifting from one version of ourselves into another. And the process and everything, and the process in between, pretty much. And how, we can shift from, again, as I said, a concept of ourselves that could have been maybe, plagued by, again, we've been talking about trauma, plagued by a lot of trauma, plagued by a lot of heartache, into someone that is more focused on their recovery and their health and wellness, and solutions, rather than all the negativity and the crap and everything that goes with it. One of the things that we focus on in cyber community practice is we focus on what is strong and not what's wrong. And I think that's something that's really, really important, when you focus on the things, the strength that you have and everything, and not on the actual, and not on, the actual trauma or the actual negativity, and I think that's something that's really, really powerful. All right. So again, that was just a little bit of a glimpse into kind of what we're going to be doing this week. We have the daily affirmations. We're going to be looking at this concept of invalidated trauma and finding ways to actually validate ourselves. Okay. And then also increasing our self-worth. How do we start to increase our self-worth, as well as soul versus ego, as well as shifting? All right. So it's going to be a fantastic week, and it's going to be a very powerful week as well. All right, coming up. So I wanted to add a quote in for today. And the quote says, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." And that is by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's a fantastic quote, and it's really, really important. All right. So the song, y'all know me and me. Well, some of you may. Y'all know me and music. I love a good sing song. Okay, I just love music in all its forms. And our song for today is "It's a Great Day to Be Alive" by Travis Tritt. It is a country song. Don't let that turn you off, people. Okay, it is a country song. This is a fantastic country song back from, oh my God, I want to say 1993. I want to say 1992, 1993, I believe. Okay. So this song, "It's a Great Day to Be Alive." This song, again, it's about feeling thankful for being alive, even on a tough day. All right. It's a positive and meaningful experience. Looking on things as positive and meaningful experiences. Looking for the positivity in life and to find reasons to be grateful even when we're facing obstacles. And again, this is something that we've actually been talking about, and we were talking about that last week. I think, we talk about a lot of these principles and everything pretty much every single day. I know this week we're going to be talking a lot, as I said, about, validation and like self-validation and self-worth and shifting and all of that, all those S's. All right. So it's going to be a fantastic week. All right. So we end up here with, did Seth complete his goal for yesterday? Well, my goal for yesterday was to gear up for tomorrow evening. In other words, this evening. Oh my God. And also continue with my big room and bathroom cleaning project. I got all of that done. Oh, yes. I believe I am ready for tonight. Been still working on my room and bathroom cleaning project. That's going to take a bit, but, and that's okay. All right. So what is my goal for today? My goal for today, it is Sunday. All right. So what I'm going to do is gear up for the week ahead, make sure that everything is all set and all ready for the week ahead. All right. That is one of my biggest goals for today. All right. So that'll about do it for your morning inspiration video, your morning inspiration video, day number 74. All right, I will say, my babies, turn your attention down to the ticker on the bottom. Don't quit before the miracle happens. Find ways to keep moving forward because you are amazing. You are worth it. Let's join hands and do this together. Let us keep striving and keep moving forward. All right. I will also say, stay positive, stay motivated, stay focused on your amazingly huge, big dreams and goals, my friends. All right. Thank you so much for watching your morning inspiration morning inspiration video, and I will see you. I'm sorry, I just marvel at your cuteness and your beautifulness. You fabulous. Okay, you fabulous. I will see you. Yes, I will. In the morning inspiration video for tomorrow.